Peace. Vlog out here back with another banger, back with another exclusive video. If you new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you return to go to hit that like button so you get notified when we drop bangers like this one here today. Remember, failure is a part of the plan, but losing is only temporary when you have the championship mindset. Meaning that we have to look at adversity as an opportunity to learn, because we have to learn before we earn. And when we say that, we don't mean that you have to go to college. We don't mean that you have to get a degree or a certification. Those things are just symbolism for the 10K hours that you have put in to learn the skill set that we are trying to learn. So in the beginning, we're not going to be masters. We're not going to be a master of what we do. But it's going to take for us to take religious actions to become the best version of ourselves in the field that we choose. And in order to understand or overstand ourselves on a deeper matter, we have to, or understand anything else on a higher frequency, we're going to have to understand ourselves on a higher frequency. We're going to tap into self. We're going to learn our the bad things, the cons, the pros. We're going to learn the things that we're weak at, that we're strong at. We're going to learn the ins and outs about ourselves, the things that triggers us. These are going to be important when we start trying to step into certain fields of society and master them, because that's going to show us who we are. How do we act when adversity hits? Do we become cowardly, fall into temptation, or do we rise to the occasion and prevail through it and not waver? Because it all happens. We have to realize that, especially when we build bad habits over a long period of time, that we have to begin to rewire or re-engineer our genetic code to do the right things in those situations. Dame Dollar said it best. You know, my execution when it was 4 seconds on the clock was only a translation of what I was doing in the hours every day. In the gym every day. Meaning that how I practice is how I played. Meaning that how I trained is how I performed. Meaning that the things that I did over and over again, when it came down to that last second shot, then I executed as I trained. This is what fight or flight is all about. If we begin to build habits of being cowardly, or being afraid of the moment, or being lustful, or being greedy, or being selfish, or shameful, or lying, or stealing, then every time that when we begin to get in those situations where our nature has to take the stand, meaning that we're not going to be able to think things through, that our conscious mind is not going to be the one making decisions, that our subconscious mind is going to make decisions, then whatever our subconscious mind is rooted in is how we're going to perform. So we have to look at ourselves as we're building ourselves for that moment. We're getting in alignment. We're building those habits for the moment that's going to come to us, because we know it's going to come, good or bad. We have to be able to react as if we're our higher selves, as if we're God, because we are made in God's image. Our higher selves is just a higher form of God, the God in us. We exist on each plane. We exist on the lower planes. We exist on the higher planes. So we have to ask ourselves, how are we going to perform day-to-day actions? What systems can we build? That's what routine is all about. It's all about building a system that works for you, that works for me, that works for us. When we build that system, we just do that system, and the system works. The only thing we want to do is improve the system. Whether that's taking something away, or putting something in place, or combining something. We have to move strategic. We can't move off emotion. And we can't always move off sight. We have to move on strategy. Strategy is going to help us repeat success, duplicate it over and over and over again. We might be able to be successful, but if we don't know why we were successful, then we can't do it again, and we can't improve on that. We might lose, but if we don't know why we lost, we don't know how to improve from the loss. This is why we say losses are not losses, they're just a lesson, especially when you're a boss, because as a boss, you're not thinking for yourself, you're thinking for something bigger than you. That's why some of the biggest entrepreneurs start at the bottom. They start in their garage, like Apple. It didn't start creating the most secure technologies from the beginning. No, it started on just a simple GUI interface. The first computer did not look like the computers now. The first cars did not look like the cars now. But the place that they started was always mostly a dark place. A place where no fans were, no cheering, no applauding, no support. Most of the time they was getting doubt thrown their way because they were the outcasts. They were the one outside of the norm. They were the ones stepping outside of the status quo. They were the ones to create the tipping point for other people. So remember, it's all a part of the process.
Beat man go crazy.
Fill your way to success. Gain momentum. Become your higher self. As always, with your divine love, peace, and harmony on all. Peace.